Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Border City Rock Talk. We get great news, great interviews, great interviewees with sometimes a comedic touch. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and comment below. Before I get to my big star, big guest, I've got an announcement to make. August 4th, I'm going to be interviewing the one and only Jennifer Batten. And if you don't know who Jennifer is, you don't know 80s. She was Michael Jackson's guitar player. So August 4th, I'll interview her. August 5th, it'll be uploaded. So make sure you subscribe. Now we're going to get to the guest of honor. This guy has been awed by people like Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top, Jack White of Jack from the White Stripes, and even Satch says this guy can boogie. Mr. Gordie Johnson of Big Sugar. How you doing, Gordie?
I'm doing good. It's a nice
So
intro.
Gordie's Thank you, man. So Gordie's going to be coming. So you're in Canada now. Were you just in Quebec?
I was, yeah, nationwide, as they say. I've been from Vancouver Island to Alberta, back to BC, and out to Quebec, and now I'm back in BC. So yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
was I
we
was
get
looking
around
at
in the summer.
your tour schedule. Who set that up? Because obviously you're not having to worry about paying for fuel. You're going across the country back and forth. You're going to
Yeah,
Edmonton now.
well, that's the nature of summer outdoor shows in Canada. You know, we have such a short outdoor concert season, so we really try to cram in as much as we can.
Right on.
It's lovely. It's such a beautiful environment to make music in. You know, really any Canadian town or city that has puts on an outdoor show in the summer. That's a great tradition here.
So is this tour made up of all outdoor venues? Because I know you're coming to Richard's Landing, which we're promoting now, which is east of Sault Ste. Marie, the Go North Festival. But are the other shows all outdoor festivals?
Yeah, that's the nature of summer shows, pretty much.
So you guys have many albums, Hemi Vision, 500 pounds, Heated, hits like obviously Digging a Hole is my favorite. You actually did a tutorial for me. Guys, go down below. I'll put a link if you want to watch how to play Digging a Hole properly. But you have a new album coming out. You're in the works with Anders and Root. How far away is it going to be from being released, Jordy?
Well, we don't have a date on a calendar for release. I don't like to do that until the thing's all finished recording, and we've been on it for several months. We had a really busy winter. We were in the Caribbean a couple of times playing shows, and the band was in really good shape. So we got together and we've been working on this record. Songs have been written for quite a while, but yeah, recorded the tracks. Me and the lads got together and did a bunch of the singing over the between shows this summer. You know, when you got the guys together, and we've been singing every night, so we're really warmed up. Everyone's voice is in shape, and yeah, so we just inching toward the finish line with this record.
That would be the first album since Eternity Now, 2020.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a minute. I mean, the a lot of plans went by the wayside, obviously, for everybody during COVID, and then post COVID, just trying to get back up and running and, you know, get our feet firmly planted. And just when we thought we had it all figured out, then Jack White came knocking and said, "Hey, what about releasing an album that's 30 years old?" And we were like, "Okay,
Well,
sure."
he just did a cover of one of your songs, didn't he?
And Jack covered, yeah, Jack just released, he was playing Ride Like Hell, which is a song of ours from 500 Pounds. And he's been playing it on his tour. And then they put out a live record from the, you know, called From the Tour. And yeah, Ride Like Hell is on a Jack White record. So it's a good day to
Jack
be me.
White. I mean, are you getting royalties from him? you're bigger than him. You could probably, put him in his place.
No, no, no. He's a big boy.
Oh,
don't
is
be
he?
mistaken. I've stood next to him in a photograph. He's a big old boy. Yeah, I know. Detroit born and raised. I don't think I'm gonna mess with no
I
Jack
was
White.
just gonna
He's
say
paying me
he's from
royalties when he gets around to it.
he's from the Motor City, so I mean, there's a lot of madmen there. Ted Nugent, Ayo. So, on this tour, well, how did you get approached for the Go North Festival of all things? And this is an island where I'm just about 5 minutes from Richards Landing, where the show is going to be held. I'm in Hilton Beach, which is on St. Joseph Island. How did you get approached for that?
No idea. I have no
Right.
earthly idea how these things happen. I mean, I guess somebody calls our agent and says, "Yeah, we'd like to have Big Sugar." Like, and we say, "Yeah," because we're stoked to come out and play. Like I said, especially Canada in the summer. It's really hard to. We don't really turn down very many shows when given the opportunity to come and play.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to it. There's a big buzz in the Sioux and this area, so that show is going to be on July 26th, I believe. Um, so you moved to Texas how many years ago? Were you aware? Did you have some kind of premonition that the liberals were going to be in power for 15 years and you knew, so back then you just left?
Oh, we are not having a political discussion, Aaron Skinner. Now I moved, we started spending a lot of time down there about 25 years ago. And I've always found it a great source of inspiration just for culture, the food, the music, the whole thing. And, Big Sugar has always been pretty multicultural
Right.
musical expression. We have influences from many different sources. So just to keep all those fresh,
Yeah.
I definitely keep one foot firmly planted in Canada. And like I said, we've been to the Caribbean and, recharge our reggae batteries when we need to and recharge my guitar slinger batteries when I need to, being down in Texas. And yeah,
So I'm a little disappointed seeing you right now, and it's because you don't have the mohawk. What happened?
man, that was my little hairstyle indulgence. That was a lot of fun to have during COVID. And then I just really enjoyed having it for a while. So I kept that going once we got back out and touring. But yeah, it's, I still
You
have
can
lots of
still
good
do
hair.
it
So I
for the
just
show,
grew it back
like
in.
when you can do it for this show for me, like just buzz off the sides, get some what was that? Was it Dep? Remember that gel, Dep?
Just buzz off the sides. Okay. That's all I got
Get,
to do, is it?
that's it. Well, just get Alex to do it. You don't want to.
That's what my kids said. Just, oh, Papa, all you got to do is to get the mohawk back. So I did it, much to everyone's shock and horror. But yeah.
Yeah. So the set list, how many songs are going to be in your, what's the current set list consist of 12 to 15 songs, I would think, something like that?
Uh, no, generally it depends on how long the set is. But Mrs. J, what do you think? Are we more like almost like 20 songs?
Woo.
We usually about 20 songs. And the set list goes in and out of different we don't play the same set list every night and certainly not every tour, but we'll have a rough framework of what we want to cover. Of course, people want to hear, the popular stuff, hit songs and things. But like I said, we were out promoting the re-release of 500 Pounds on Third Man Records. It's out on vinyl. So we're playing a lot of stuff from 500 Pounds, which if you'd seen us play in the last, well, I don't know, 15 years or something, we didn't play a lot of songs from 500 Pounds because we had so many other more current records. But we tend to dip into the entire catalog at some point or another in the course of a 90-minute show.
So I checked, I know about Big Sugar, but I think you had 64 members roll in and out of the band. Tell us about Anders and Root.
uh, I'm excited to be back in a power trio format where it's just bass, guitar, and drums. All three of us sing, and all three guys sing really well, like lead singer level singing. So it's interesting to rearrange even older material to suit that kind of a vocal format. Whereas in the past, when I had a larger format group, I would sing and then I'd have a bunch of dudes sing
Yeah.
together as a backup, right? Whereas now I've got three guys. It's more like the Motown kind of singing group, or like a gospel based sort of singing, where you have one lead singer, yeah, but the three voices blending together. A lot of early reggae is like that too. Those, that triad of notes. It's sort of like the fourth instrument in the band. So we're able to do things vocally that we never really got to explore before.
Yeah. So, yeah, trios are a mainstay for Canada, right? Triumph, Rush. Actually, last night, I don't know if you're a fan of John Sykes, the late John Sykes, Blue Murder. He was the
Not
original
familiar.
guitar player on the '87 Whitesnake album. He wrote all that stuff. Anyways,
Hmm.
that was a trio. I watched it last night. So, anyways, that's not your forte. So, I was gonna say watch it, but yeah, you don't have to. So, what can the fans look forward to during the show? I mean, it's a standard kind of cliche question, but do you do monologue? You crack jokes, pop off fireworks, anything out of the extraordinary, buzzing off your sides of your hair?
My name is Gordie Johnson. I play the guitar. Well, that's
Oh, so
what you're going to get. I'm going to
you,
play Big Sugar songs and a bunch of other, we always blend it in with other things, other songs that are just interesting to us at the moment. It's a kind of like coming over to my place and I'll put records on the record player and play them for you.
so you do
So
some covers, you're saying?
it's low on gimmicks and high on musicianship. It's a little disheartening for us, being on tour all summer. You're on a lot of festival stages with multiple acts on the bill. So to
Yeah.
be on sharing the stage with somebody who's, there's four musicians on stage, but you're hearing 15 musicians coming through the PA system because they're playing to tracks and everyone's on in-ears and you're basically, did the people pay to see you do rock star karaoke? I mean, I guess if you think that's entertaining, power to you if you can dig that. But we don't really, we don't really affiliate with that, or we don't recognize that the same way we do skilled musicians.
Low on theatrics and high on octane. Does that sound
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that sounds about right.
So I won't keep you much longer. You guys are on your way to Edmonton. Oh yeah, by the way, so did you learn Spanish when you were in Texas? Because you said the guitar. I don't know if that's a Canadian pronunciation. The guitar.
I think it's from being raised on the border,
Well, where were you raised? Which border?
Windsor,
Whereabouts?
Ontario,
Okay,
just
well I'm
south
in.
of Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah, well we're Sault Ste. Marie. I'm a border guy, but I don't say guitar. Just kidding, Gordie.
Yeah, no, you and I don't really sound similar, I would say.
No, I don't. I don't have that Texas swagger like you do. And unfortunately, my mohawk just fell out at 29.
Ernest, your Mohawk's on the inside, man. You're
Oh,
hardcore on the inside, brother. I
oh,
feel it.
man, you're the best, Gordon. So everybody, it's the one and only Gordie Johnson. Make sure you get tickets for all the shows on tour. I'll put the links below. I'll put the links below for the show here in Richards Landing, the Go North Festival. And once again, Gordie, you're a pleasure. And thanks, Alex, for setting this up. And we'll see you in about less than 2 weeks.
Right on. Looking forward to it.
Cheers.